In this video, I will share how an introvert learned to speak English. Hey guys, it's Aiko. I'm an American English pronunciation coach and a business coach based in Hawaii. So before I dive into today's topic, I created a $25 3-day lesson video course where I shared 3 concepts of air, vibration, and energy when you want to start sounding like a native English speaker. So go ahead and sign up for it while I give you my personal feedback. So let me listen to your English. Let me see how you speak English, and then I will give you my personal feedback to you. So the information is in the description box. So please go to the page and sign up for it. The true value is more than $1,000. It took me 22 years to really figure out those concepts. So I'm sharing those concepts openly. And in the video course, I am actually teaching how to pronounce year and year and other concepts in the live lessons, so you can see how participants improve their English pronunciation while I give them some feedback to them live. So go ahead and go to the description box if you want to improve your English pronunciation. Okay, so today's topic is about how an introvert learned to speak English. So I'm not really talkative, so I'm creating videos, so I'm the only one who speaks, right? So I am talking a lot in the videos because I'm creating my videos, right? But usually I really do not talk. I'm not talkative. So when I go out, I just let my husband talk, right? So I'm like just staying quiet usually, like this, oh hello, like that. So I'm an introvert, but an introvert can learn how to speak English. So sometimes people, say that, okay, so you need to talk, you need to be talkative, or if you are talkative, you can learn English fast, but that's not true because I'm an introvert, but I learned to speak English. So the way to do it, so number 1 is that I created opportunities for myself to speak English as much as possible. So for me, I know that I'm not so talkative, I'm an introvert, so I put myself into a complete English environment. So what that means is that, so I was looking for a community college to go to in the US. So I was in Japan and I was looking through the colleges, the list of colleges, and then I called each college from Japan. And then I asked one question, even though I couldn't really speak English. I just, tried to say one sentence. Do you have any Japanese students? So I called the colleges and then found out one college in California didn't have any Japanese students. So I'm like, okay, so this is it. So I chose the college, I took the TOEFL test, and I barely passed the score. I got 450, which was the bare minimum to enter the college, the community college. So I passed the test, and then I sent the application form to them. So they accepted me. So I went there, and turned out it was in a small community called Susanville in Lassen County. It's it's a small town, and the people were so nice, but I didn't have to speak Japanese anymore. I had to speak English all day long, every day. So I put myself into that situation knowing I'm not talkative, I'm an introvert. So I want to put myself into the situation. So I had to speak English. So I did that. So create opportunities for yourself to speak English as much as possible if you're an introvert. I mean, even it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be an introvert to do this. You can do it. Anyone can do it, right? So do this if you want to speak English. And 2, I made friends through what I love to do, which was music. So even though I don't really talk, or I didn't know how to speak English back then, I didn't speak English well. I didn't understand what they were saying, and they didn't understand what I was trying to say because I had a thick Japanese accent. And I moved to the US when I was 23. And my brain was so stubborn to start understanding English or start accepting English sounds, right? But I still made some friends through music. So I play piano. So I played piano in so many places in a community. I ended up in 6 different groups in the small town called Susanville in California. So I still made friends, even though I didn't really speak much. So don't worry about like the conversations. You can still make friends through what you love to do. So at that point, it doesn't matter if you can speak English or not, you can still make friends. And then the third part is observe. So I observed how native English speakers spoke. So a lot of times I'm just being there like quiet. But what I do is just observe how they sound, how they use sound, like how they produce air, how they produce vibration, how, like, what kind of energy they have in their voice. I just observe, even though I'm not saying anything. Like, so for example, if I meet up with a friend and then talk on 101, I speak. Right? Because it's just 101, me and my friend, right? So I speak, right? But when it becomes like 2 people plus me, I just listen to them speak, right? I barely like speak when it becomes more than 3 people, because they just speak, right? They just speak and then I listen to them. But when I listen to them, I observe how they produce the sound. Even when you're an introvert and then you're not really good at talking, even though you're not good at like making jokes, I'm not really good at jokes. I don't get jokes, by the way. So even when you are an introvert like me, can speak English. So those 3 things helped me learn English. The first one was to create opportunities for yourself. You have to create opportunities for yourself, by the way. So create opportunities for yourself to speak English as much as possible. For me, I put myself into a complete English environment. So the second point was to make friends through what you love to do. For me, it was music and piano. And I was in a band, rock band, I was in a jazz band, I was in a string orchestra band. I was in a lot of different groups in a small town because I made friends through music and piano. So you can still make friends even when you're not talkative or when you're not good at talking, right? So you can still make friends through what you love to do. 3, observe how native English speakers speak. I wasn't talking a lot, right? It's still like I don't really talk a lot when I go out. So that's okay. I observe how they speak, how they communicate, how they move their bodies, how they use the body language gestures and all that. So I keep observing this way. So that's how you can start speaking English. That's how you learn English if you're not talkative. So don't give up. That's because you're not talkative. That's because you're an introvert. You can still learn to speak English. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions about this topic. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I created a 3-day lesson course where I shared the concepts of air, vibration, and energy in an English voice. So I know you're looking for a way to start sounding like a native English speaker, but maybe you learned like the pronunciation basics like mouth shape or tongue position or IPAs, but you still sound like Japanese and you're still looking for a way to start sounding like a native English speaker, then I can relate to you. I understand what you are doing. I understand your struggles because that was me. And it took me 22 years to really understand the concepts of air, vibration, and energy. So go to the description box and take this course, and take this course now so that I can give you my personal feedback to you. So let me listen to your English pronunciation or show me how you speak English now so that you can get this bonus. All right, so thank you very much for watching and talk to you later.